Shingle tool. In current version LwCad 4.1 we have a new tool for automatic placement of shingles on existing roof objects. So as an input for this tool we need to have some roof object, polygonal object. It is better to use roofing tools from LwCad to model it, but we can use another method or use already existing roof object, but we have to be careful about polygonal errors and no holes on the roof. So if we already have the object, we can apply Shingle tool on it, and it will automatically place shingles on the roof according to active preset, and we can very easily switch between those presets, so we can see instant change in the viewport. This is very helpful when designing roofs, shingled roofs on your projects. So you can very quickly and easily create many variations of roofs with shingles. Shingle tool has many adjustable parameters in numeric panel. We can adjust those parameters in real time, and when we are happy with the result, we can save all those settings into preset file. For saving, loading, browsing preset files, we have top part in numeric panel. Here, these options on the top. So here, with first option, we can browse to already existing presets. We can save current settings into presets. We can save it as different file. We can delete current presets. We can with library, under library option, we can browse to already existing folders where presets are stored, and with new and delete we can with these buttons we can create new library folder or delete empty folder. Next part of the numeric panel is for handling with a shingle list and shingle shape library. What is shingle list? Shingle list is the list of all shingles currently used in the tool. So if I remove all the shingles presets from this list, and I will refresh the tool by clicking into top viewport, we can see there are no shingles now on the roof. And with help of this shape library, we can pick only one single shingle. Let's say here this Roman shingle, and with add button we can add it into shingle list. And after I refresh the scene, we can see that shingle tool now operates only with this Roman shingle shape. Standard installation of LwCad 4.1 comes with some default shingles in the shape library. If we need to add more or some custom shingles, we need to use Add to Acquis tool. If you need more information how to add additional shingles in the library, please watch Add to Acquis video for how to add the additional shingles. The rest of the numeric panel is filled with parameters for each particular shingle type. So now I'll try to go through each shingle type and show you how you can set up parameters for this particular shingle type. So let's activate the tool again, clean our shingles from the list, and refresh the scene. Basic shingle type is regular shingle. So I will add this Roman basic shingle type. So if we are doing any shingle set, this is the first shingle which we have to create for shingle set. And this basic shingle can have two modifications, and it is left and right end. Left and right end will be shingles placed on the open edge of the roof on the left and on the right side. So it will be same shingles like regular shingle, but it will have some modification on the end of the roof. So I will use Roman left end and Roman right end. So now when I refresh tool, we can see that those ends are filled with special end cap shingle. So it is modification of a regular shingle, just be suitable for cover these roof ends. This left end and right end, of course, it is optional. We don't need to use it. Together, these three shingle types, based on a regular shape, have these 5 options in numeric panel. So we can set overlay over X, drift X, and overhang X parameter, which are parameters which are calculated from left to right, and overlay Y and overhang Y parameters are parameters which are calculated from top to down of the roof. So I'll show you very quickly. If I set overlay over X to 0, then we can see that there is no gap between or no overlay from left to right shingle. If we set overlay to negative value, there is now some gap. Drift X is a parameter which will set some drift for each row of the shingle. So if I set 50% drift, so you can see how it works. And overhang parameter is parameter which you see how shingle will be overhanging through open roof edge. So if I set, let's say, half meter, you can see that shingles roof are overhanging. Okay, same works for Y axis. In this case, it means from up to down of the roof. So if I set overlay Y to 0, so there is no overlapping from up to down, I can set negative value, and it will mean that there will be gap, let's say 20 centimeters. And last one is overhang Y axis. So in this case, if I set overhang to, let's say, 30 centimeters, the shingles will be overhanged from up to down of the roof. So this parameter, very easy understandable, these parameters. So you can set up in numeric panel. You can immediately see a result in the viewport, so you can quickly understand which parameter it is. Next shingle type is a top shingle. When I add top shingle into list, we can see that it is placed on the top of the roof. This top line should be always vertical, never angled. And for this type of shingle, we have also 2 modifications, for start of the line and for end of the line. So we can add this modification also, so we can have little different shape for start and for end of the line. For top shingles, we have 3 additional parameters in numeric panel: top overlay, top overhang, and top offset. With top overlay, we can set overlay parameter between shingles, as we can see. Top overhang parameter defines how the top shingle will be overhanged on the end of the roof, how far, and top offset will define height of the shingles on the roof. So with this we can adjust the to height to fit other shingles on the roof. And the next shingle type is a slope shingle. Slope shingle is placed on the angled roof edges, and it has also one modification, slope end modification. So if I add this slope end modification, we can have different end shingle on the bottom of each row of these slope shingles. Slope shingle has also two additional parameters. One is slope overlay, which defines, same as previously, overlay parameter between shingles, and slope offset, same as top shingle, defines offset from the roof, which is helpful to set up when adjusting to other shingles on the roof. A next shingle type is a barge shingle. The barge shingle is alternative for regular shingle ends, left and right ends, but it behaves little differently. So we have two versions of barge shingle, left barge and right barge. So I will add into shingle list. So as we can see, okay, all right. As we can see, those barge shingles are placed on the open edge of the roof, and we can set up the barge overlay parameter independently from regular shingles. So it is sometimes much more convenient to use barge shingles instead of regular shingle ends, left end and right end. So for barge shingle we can set up overlay parameters. So it will define how barge shingles are overlaying from up to down of the roof. We can set up over a barge overhang parameter, which defines overhanging over the roof edge, and we can also set up the barge offset parameter, which defines offset from the roof. And the last shingle type is a connector. When we add connector into shingle list, it is always placed on the to best fit the roof, because it has some additional information which are set it up when we are adding it with add to arc-width tool, which helps this tool to decide how to place this shingle shape on the roof. Of course, we can have more types of these connectors. So for each different types of the roofs, I will add also slope and top ridge shingles, so we can see the purpose of this connector shape type. And one additional last parameter in numeric panel is in inner offset. For inner offset, I have to set up a new default preset with all shingles, so I can show you how it works. So when I set, let's say, 10 centimeter inner offset parameter, it will create the offset between shingles on inner edges of the roof. So we can add here distance between shingles and this inner edge on the roof. And also one parameter I forgot is allow scaling parameter here in the middle of the numeric panel. With this parameter, it is by default always turned on. If we disable scaling, then shingles are always with proper dimensions. If we allow scaling, then tool will sometime stretch the shape when it is put on the roof to best fit the roof shape. So sometimes it is when you don't need to be very realistic, it's better to keep allow scaling on. If you need to have really precise reality of the shingle dimension, you have to disable this allow scaling. So shingle shapes will have precise dimensions.